Hello crafty friends and welcome. I am Lisa and this is my channel Cross by Floss, where I talk about life blabbings and my love of cross stitch and haul and all the things. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do some life blabbings because I haven't made a video for a little while, and I'll explain why. And I have so much haul. It's been, I think, right around 2 months since I did a video minus the Nora November video, and so I have 2 months of haul, some purchases, some thrifting, that kind of thing to go through. And if I did this video and stitching, it would be so super long. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the life blabbings and haul in this video, and then later in the week I will do a update stitching video. So if you're not interested in life blabbings or haul, I will have stitching later on this week, as well as a new Nora November if you are going on my journey with Nora November. And yeah, so anyways, okay, so this is, I don't even know what Flosstube number this is. It is Sunday, is it the 7th, the 8th? I don't even know. All I know is I got an extra hour of sleep today, and that was lovely. It wasn't really, because my internal clock still woke me up in the morning, and yeah. Okay, so it has been 2 months since I've done this my last update video, and kind of where have I been? And what I want to say is thank you to everyone who reached out, asked if I was okay, sent letters. You guys, I am again really amazed by the power of this community. So I know I have kind of alluded to having some struggles with depression and very high anxiety, as well as I know it a lot of self-doubt. And you know, it's easy to be behind a camera and smile. And I also grew up in a generation, and I'm sure a lot of us can relate to that, but I grew up in a generation where children were seen and not heard. You shoved your emotions down. You didn't talk about politics. You didn't talk about money. You didn't, act out. You just, you had your public face, you had your private face. And I really grew up in a house like that. And so, talking about mental health was not a super big thing. Yes, we went to therapy, but I just don't think that it is kind of the same as it is today, and for my children certainly, and for my granddaughter's generation as well. And so my daughter working in the healthcare field, it has really helped, because talking about mental health has been more prevalent, I guess. And so the last couple of months, sometimes I never even know what, makes it happen. But just getting through the motions of life on a daily basis are about all I can do. And that's kind of where I was at for 2 months. And yes, I pulled out my stitching every once in a while and got some things in, but really, working and taking my granddaughter to and from school, and kind of going through those motions was really all I could handle on a daily basis. And I napped a lot, slept a lot, and again, I'm not sure why they come on. I don't know what really honestly triggers it, but that is why. And most people look at, again, like I said, you can get behind a camera and you can kind of portray, and it's not like it's not your real person, but you can be a different person. You can be bubbly. You can, you know, all the things that maybe you are not on a daily basis, I think is how best to describe that. And, you know, I am the strong one in my family. I am the one who takes care of everything. If there are problems, the kids come to me. They all know, you know, I'm mom. I deal with the things, and I still do those things even when I am in my self-doubt, high anxiety, depression mode. And I do still, because those are part of going through the motions of my day. But you know, just because you're a strong person doesn't mean that you don't break. And so in all seriousness, you know, if you have that strong friend who you haven't heard from for a while, you know, reach out to them, and you know, just do a nice mental health check-in and see how they're doing, because just because they're strong, again, doesn't mean that they also don't have problems maybe you don't see or hear. But yeah, so anyways, for all that to say, I really appreciate those of you who reached out and asked if I was okay and sent letters, and I've responded to all of you, and I really do appreciate it. So, and if you are struggling with mental health, reach out to somebody. You know, don't keep it bottled up. Reach out to somebody and talk. And if it's more, seek help. So, okay, that's what we've got. Okay. I am here again with Mr. Odin. I'm not at my daughter's house today. My Nora Novembers, they will be pretty much done at her house. Probably the update video will also be done at her house. But I'm back home finally. I get the weekends to myself, and so Mr. Odin is next to me, and you will hear him. He's doing some weird dreaming and twitching going on in his life. We took him to the vet on Halloween, and some of his lab work came back abnormal, and so we need to see what that's about. But for the most part, he actually gained weight. That was shocking. And yeah, he seems to be doing well, but he's getting on up there. He's getting on up there. Okay, you guys, like I mentioned, I have a lot of haul. So if you're in for a haul video, I've got one. All right, so first I want to do I had a viewer reach out to me on Instagram and ask if she could send me a Canada chart. And I was like, yes, please. And so she said, well, I'm you know, I picked out a chart and I got the floss, not the fabric. And because I'm sure you have a lot in your stash, and yes, I do, and I have more. And so this beautiful pattern came. I was so excited to see this. So it is a Cooler Classic Charts, and it's Oh Canada by Sandy Orton. And funny, you know, when I look for Canada charts, this is one I've come across, and I never bought it. And I don't know why, because yeah, you know, the sheaf of wheat in the center, and the maple leaf, and the moose and bear and fish and all the things, Canada things. And so that was such a nice surprise to get in the mail. And then it was also kitted up with all of the flosses. I'm sorry for the glare. I'm trying a new lighting. I'm not sure if we're going to keep it or not. But anyways, there are the flosses. And so you know who you are, and it just really made my day getting that in the mail. So big thank you. Oh my goodness, you guys, if you could see the pile, like I have so much stuff around me, and I'm not even sure where to start. Okay, first I'm going to do acorns and threads. So when I went down to move my son back home, I had signed up for Acorns and Threads Northwest Stitch Retreat, 25th anniversary. I don't remember, but anyways, the Stitch Retreat, and I needed to go and get my box. So I popped in there super fast. Here's everything, and I'm sure there have been unboxing videos. You've probably seen all of these products, but again, it was during the time that I wasn't doing great, and so I didn't actually attend the retreat. Thankfully, it was taped, and so I can go back and watch all the things and hear the designers and that kind of stuff. So so I'm going to have to go and do that. But we did receive in the box a lot of very great goodies from Hands-On Design. It's a collaboration between Hands-On Design, Ink Circles, and Summer House Stitchworks. And so each one of them had a kit. And this is the Hands-On Design one. This is the Ink Circles one. Oh, goodness sakes. Okay, I'm going to figure this lighting out. Ink Circles. And then the Summer House Stitchworks. And so each one of these came with materials that you needed, floss that you needed, the accessories. It was, I mean, goodness sakes, there's so much stuff that came with it. It was awesome. And then there was a little package that says no peeking on it. And of course, after the retreat, I had a look-see, and it's an exclusive design for Acorns and Threads, and the 3 designers all collaborated on this awesome, there we go, this awesome pattern of charts for Acorns and Threads. And it came with the finishing that you needed, and it came with the fabric that you need, I guess, to put on the back of the pinwheels, and then it came with the linen. And I don't remember asking for linen. Maybe this was the retreat that, you know, they only could do the one fabric, and so it was like, that's okay, because again, I have lots of fabric that I can choose from. And then there was this awesome bag, little vinyl bag, zippered, that says Stitch Beautifully, and it's from Access Commodities. And then the signature M&Ms, which are awesome. A little needle minder was in there, and then this awesome, oh my goodness, this thing is fantastic. Look at this. So it is a clipboard for you to put your pattern on, and then it's got the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit 2021 on it logo. How awesome is that? That's pretty awesome. So that was super, super, super exciting. And now I just have to go back and watch the videos and see what I'm supposed to do and hear the designers and all of the things for that. And the shop was busy that day, and so because I think it was a Saturday when I went, and it was a little busy. So while the line was going down, I decided to just, you know, have a look-see around the shop and what can I buy, because that's what you do when you go to Acorns and Threads, right? And I did not buy a whole lot. So I got the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, the fall one, and there's a few things in here that are really awesome. Honestly, I have to say that I was more drawn to the punch needle patterns in here, which, yeah, that was cool. And then I purchased this little tomato tart by Heart and Hand. And then I Bought the Happy Birthday America by Thread. Oh my goodness. With Thy Needle and Thread. I bought that pattern, which comes with the fabric that you need to put around the drum, which is awesome. And then I also bought the kit because why not? And it came with the little holder, the stand, the box, and then some Lady Dot Creates finishing stuff. So that's what I got from there. Then I'm not sure which order to go in. And really, honestly, there is no order. Okay, so then some of the months came. And here is my week's dye works from Fat Quarter Shop. Let's see here. This is the September club. And these are the beautiful flosses that came for that. The colors in here are Driftwood, Oilcloth, Dirt Road, Palomino, Havana, and Swamp Water. So that's the floss of the month from Weeks Dye Works from Fat Quarter Shop. Pretty flosses. And then my Be Stitch Me, I've got 2 months of Be Stitch Me ones. Let's see here. Which one is which? This is the October one. Is this September? Okay, this is October's. So this is the fabric of the month, and I get this in an 18 count. And it is, isn't this beautiful? This one's called Vintage. And then I'm also doing her silks of the month. And you get 50 yards of silks. And they're just, did I get them all? They're just beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. So that was October, right? Yes, October. And then here is September's. And I love this piece of fabric for September. And I'm in her neutral club. I don't know if I mentioned that, but this is September's fabric. Oh my goodness. And it is called After the Harvest. It's so pretty. I love Brandy's Be Stitch Me fabrics. They are fantastic. And if you get the chance to get in the club, do so, because I mean, her prices are fantastic. Her shipping, her customer service, everything about Brandy is awesome. And then these are the flosses for the month. And they're silk flosses. And they feel so lovely. They're lovely. So that is September's. Then one day I finally got into, so Brandy has a website. She has a website you can buy from, and then she has a Facebook page. And on the Facebook page, she has Friday night fight nights. And that is where you can, she loads up a ton of fabrics. And if you are first to the Me Please on the fabric of your choice, sometimes she has flosses in there as well. Then, you know, you're guaranteed that. If you don't want it because you Me Pleased a bunch of fabrics and went, oh, goodness sakes, that's a lot, you know, you can then pass to somebody else. And so you'll see on some fabrics there's like 5 Me Pleases, because hopefully somebody down the line, and chances are pretty good, sometimes you can, if you Me Please next, you might get it. Or sometimes if you go in the next day, people have deleted their comment, and so then you can grab a fabric that way. But this particular Friday night, for some reason, I was able to go in and get some fabrics. It was probably one of the late nights I was spent at my daughter's house, and I'm like, okay, I'm done working, and let's see what's happening. And I just got lucky. I managed to get 5 fabrics, 5, on Friday night, fight night. And this was back early, like October, maybe early October, maybe end of September. I don't even really, I wonder if it's on my, when she mailed it. I don't even remember, you guys. September. It was in September. So this is the first one that I got. This is an opal fabric, and it is an 18 count. You see the sparkles in there. Oh, it's so pretty. And this one is called Scroll. I actually bought quite a bit of Scroll, and it's funny, the differences in the Scroll. So let me, here, I'll show you the 22 count scrolls, and how different they are. So that's the Scroll Opal, okay? This is one of the 22 count scrolls. Now, do you see the difference? And then this is the second one. And because they're hand dyed, every one of them turns out just a little different. So same shading, but there's a lot more variation in this one, like a lot more modeling, I guess. Like you see, it's almost like it's a purpley gray. It's just absolutely beautiful. So I got 2 of the 22 counts, and I got 1 18 count in an opal. And I bought 2 22s because I have a couple of heaven and earth design patterns that I would love to make as pairs. And I think that that will be perfect for that. And then I got 2 20 count fabrics. I tell you, I was in those albums so quick. This one's called Bedrock. It's beautiful. And these are all neutrals, all in the neutrals. And then another one of the Bronze Age. And Bronze Age she's had as a club piece before. And I think it may even be on her website. And this is just fantastic. It almost looks like there's so much in here. It almost looks like leaves and all kinds of stuff in here. With the modeling, it's amazing. But again, if you like fabrics and you're looking for a fabric of the month club, you know, something that will send to you once a month, highly recommend Brandy from Be Stitch Me Fabrics. Okay, then I got my second fabric of the month and floss of the month clubs from Color and Cotton. So this is September's fabric of the month, and again I do in their neutral club, and these ones are 16 count. So Brandy at Be Stitch Me is 18 count. Color and Cotton is 16 count. And this one is called Balmoral. Oh, it's the perfect sampler fabric. And coming up, I'll show you, I have a couple of samplers that may look fantastical on. And then I do their floss of the month. I only get 3 of their flosses, and so this is September's floss of the month. And let me see if I can tell you what they are. So this green one here is Banana Pepper. This one here is Cafe au Lait, and then this one is Carrot Cake. This one here. So pretty. So that is September. And then October's fabric of the month is called Willow. That there. Also another really beautiful, oh, that's much better. A really beautiful sampler color. Just beautiful. So that is one there. And then here are the flosses of the month for October. So this purple one here is a barnwood. The green one in the middle is weathered pine. And the red one is red velvet. I love this red velvet. The variegation in that red velvet is fantastic. And I think that these two colors right here would make a perfect Christmas sampler. Perfect. And I have a hands-on design, no, Hands Across the Sea sampler that I might do that with, because it's kind of Christmassy colors and it's just absolutely beautiful. And then what came was, I've been on the list for a very long time to Traditional Stitches in Calgary, Alberta. And they have some exclusives from Hands Across the Sea samplers. And I got my copy of, what's her name? Esther Blackwood, 1854. And she is an exclusive to Traditional Stitches. And if I am right, this is the one that is a Canadian. It was a Canadian sampler that Nicola found, and because it was a Canadian sampler, they released it in Canada. So I got that one too. And then I got some bags of the month. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Garon Toten Bags is my bag of the month dealer. And I get so excited every month that I see these bags. The craftsmanship, the workmanship, everything that Ronnie does to make these bags, phenomenal. And the price of the bags, phenomenal. So this was October's bag of the month. And of course, like, how cute, come on. Total Halloween. And then the inside of the bag with the witch fabric and pumpkins, super cute, super, super, super cute. And then in the mail, and because it's past the 5th, the November one came out. So with all of these big turkeys on there, big turkeys. And the inside fabric, how gorgeous is that? That's so pretty. So he has 2 sizes. Ronnie has 2 sizes of bags. He's got this one here, and then he's got a bigger one. And I had been in the bag of the month, the big one, for a long, long time. And then I had a lot of big bags. And so it was like, okay, let's get some smaller bags. And so now I have a nice stash of smaller bags too. Now, not only on the bag of the month, for the bag of the month, but Gary and Ronnie have a website, and I will try and remember to link that website. And by the way, I will probably take me a couple of days to put up all of these links and the description and everything. So if you don't see it tomorrow, don't panic. They're coming. Getting them done as I can. But they have a website, and on the website, Ronnie occasionally will have a bag sale, and they will announce it on Facebook, on their Facebook group. They will announce it in their videos. Do they put it on their Instagram account? I believe they do. I don't remember. But be fast. Put an alarm on and be fast, because he puts up bags and they go quite quickly. I have noticed though that the smaller bags are going faster than the larger bags. So I was able to buy a couple of big bags at that sale. And so this one here, I mean, how pretty are these girls? And look at his cutting. Like, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Yep. So pretty. So that one there, and then the inside fabric is this beautiful pink butterflies and big, big flowers, super pretty, very feminine. So I got that one, and then I lucked out and I got this peacock feather one as well. And it is just so stunning in real life. The gold on here shimmers. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but it actually shimmers in real life. It's gorgeous, so pretty. And then the inside fabric, beautiful. So again, if you can't, I know that there is a waiting list for Ronnie's bags, and if you can't, if you know you haven't been able to get off of the waiting list, keep an eye out for the bag sale, because he's got some lovely bags. This last time he had some villains, you know, and Halloween ones, and I missed all of those because frankly I forgot about the sale. It happens. And then I went to my L&S. And like I said, this is not in any order, in any way, shape, or form. This is just the stuff that I've gotten throughout the whole entire time. But I went to my L&S on a Saturday, and I picked up some more of the Caron water lilies that I needed. I think I have all of the Caron water lilies now for every Mira pattern that I have. So I was able to get all of those. And then while I was there, Blackbird Designs released a few new, they re-released some charts. And so I went to go pick those up, but also raided the Blackbird basket again to see what I had and what Denise still had. My local L&S is Thread Needle Straight. I love Thread Needle Straight. Every time I walk into that store, it's small, it's crowded, it's just, it makes me so happy. I really love this store, and I have never, other than the very first time I walked in there, you know, 17 years ago or whatever it was, I've never walked out of there with nothing, ever. Plus, I always have a nice conversation with Denise, the owner, as well. So I picked up a bunch more of the Blackbird design, and it's funny because I'm standing there with the, you know, the basket, and I'm going through my cross stitch app, my X Stitch app, and I'm like, did I put in all of the Blackbirds that I bought recently, hoping that I had, and then I had to actually stand there and watch my last Flosstube to see which ones, because I had not updated my cross stitch app, and that would have meant that I would have bought duplicates yet again. It's happened. But I was able to figure out my life while I was standing there and purchase some more Blackbird designs that I did not have but were on my wish list. So the Rarest Flower, I love these birds. And this is the Garden Club series, and this is number 8. And then Sweet Thoughts of You. This one. And My Friend's House, and this is a Loose Feathers Abecedarian series, and this is number 8. That's beautiful. The Fruitful Vine, which also is an Abecedarian series, and this is number 6, called The Fruitful Vine. And then Bluebird of Happiness. I've been looking for this one for a while. This is Abecedarian series number 5. All Blackbird designs. And then this is one of the re-releases. It's Violet's Blue. Oh my goodness. It's so beautiful. I like, look at this. It's so pretty. Are they pansies? No. I was gonna say, oh my goodness, they're pansies, but it's beautiful. Beautiful. So can't wait to do that. And then also they also re-released Honeysuckle Manor. This one here. And inside here are quite a few patterns. There's a couple more. But this is a nice thick book. It's got quite a few patterns in here that you can do. Also has, this is pretty cool. Doobie-doo, I just passed it. They have a tisket, a tasket, quilling. Just make sure that there's no pattern. Is that not awesome? Look at that quilling. Look at that quilling. Something I just cannot add another craft to my to my plate. And then Nora Corbett, Witching Hour, is one of the other Noras that I picked up. So that's all that I bought at my L&S Threadneedle Street. And again, I love Threadneedle Street. And if you ever come to Washington, Seattle area, it's the only stitch store. And I highly encourage you to come check it out or call her, because she has a great, you know, if you're looking for something and it's in her shop, she ships. And so it's fantastic. Okay, I have so much stuff still. There's still so much stuff. All right, I want to talk about Kathy from Hands On Design. She did a Flosstube video and talked about a very special project that she was doing, and it's called the Philanthropic Pumpkin. And you need to go check out her well, I mean, they don't have any more kits anymore, but if you want to see why the kit was inspired and where the proceeds went to, it went to Special Olympics and a group in their area. And she collaborated with Lady Dot Creates. Yes, Lady Dot Creates. And so both of them had a number of charts that they had on their sites. Lady Dot Creates on Etsy, and then Hands On Design, her website. And so I set a clock. I was like, I'm absolutely buying one of these. I got her Tomato, which is beautiful, the kit, and that was through a Facebook group. And then, you know, this Philanthropic Pumpkin, and I'm like, fantastic. I love it when, you know, designers do things and it goes to a good cause, and that it is a cause that's near and dear to her, is that more special to me. I used to work with, I wouldn't say they were Special Olympics, but definitely with a group that supported the kids for Special Olympics. And I taught a few of them to swim because I was in the swimming community for quite some time. And the kids' spirit and their will is amazing. It is amazing. And so anyways, when I heard that she was doing this, I am like, I am on board. So I set an alarm. I was driving to my daughter's house because that was the time that, you know, I go, so they both can get to work. And then I take my granddaughter, do the breakfast thing, take my granddaughter to school, do all the things, right? So I'm driving. I have the website up. You know, all I have to do is press enter and send, like just pay. I have everything up. Everything is up. Her website crashes. Her website crashes. So I am like, okay, this is shades of Garon toten bags and the whole Halloween box issue. And I'm like, okay, no. So I actually pulled off and into a neighborhood, and now I'm on Etsy, and I am like, Lady Dot Creates. They're sold out. It hadn't even been 5 minutes, and it was all sold out. And I'm like, for the love of all, really? So then I was like, okay, that's all right. I will make a donation to Special Olympics regardless. it just wasn't meant to be. It just was not meant to be that I was going to get this kit. Not a big deal, you know, but I am still going to support because I believe in that, and that's okay. So I got my granddaughter breakfast, did all the things, took her to school, and then I just decided, you know, I'm just going to go on Kathy's website and see, you know, like if anything happened, if she, you know, updated totals, like, you know, kind of I just wanted to know, right? And I kid you not, there were 53 kits left. And I was like, what? Oh my goodness, right? So I was like, I hope this is not a joke. So I am like, you know, PayPal, do the things. Like I could not have done it fast enough, right? And I got a shipping notice and the whole deal, and I was like, yay, right? So, but while I thought I was not getting this, you know, I was not able to purchase the pattern, or the kit, which again was totally fine because I was still going to make a donation regardless. I thought, you know what? I want to reevaluate some of the things that I am doing and what I've done over the past couple of years. And I thought, you know, why wait for something special to come up to donate? It seems silly to me. And so, and you know, why the thought process wasn't there, I guess. And so I thought to myself, you know, when I did not think that I could get the pattern, I was like, that's okay, Lise, because you know what? You have so much stuff already to stitch. It's not like I don't have. And I thought to myself, you know, you also are in so many clubs, and you have this Buy Me a Coffee app that you know, I'm having this conversation with myself, that you are you know, putting towards finishing and stuff. And that's silly. Like you can, you know, do the finishing yourself, or, you know, pay to have that done. But donating, especially in the world that we're in right now, that so much help is needed, why is that money not going towards there? So I thought to myself, I'm going to not do any of the months next year, and part of the money that I would have spent on all of the clubs that I am in is going towards a charity. And I may pick a couple of charities throughout the year. I'm very passionate about animals. I'm very passionate about kids. And I'm very passionate about homelessness, and especially in teens. And so those will be the charities that I will donate to. And so to that end, or all that to say, also my Buy Me a Coffee from now, from today's video basically on, all through next year, anyone who supports my Buy Me a Coffee app, I will also donate dollar to dollar for, and donate that money as well towards one of the charities that I will do probably one a quarter. I think that I will do one a quarter, kind of spread out the money. And at the end of the quarter, if there has been some Buy Me a Coffees and whatever, I will do the total for that and let you know in the videos. So anyways, that's where I actually came to, all from this chart. So a donation was already sent. I was able to get the chart as well, and knowing that the money, the proceeds from the chart or the kit also went to the charity, just totally special. But if you were lucky enough to get the chart, you know exactly, or the kit, I'm sorry, you already know what's in here. But if you were not able to, you received the pattern, you received the fabric, you received the accoutrements that you needed to make the pumpkin. The only thing that you did not get was the floss and its DMCs. And then you got a really cute key tag, key fob, floss tag. So that was super awesome. Okay, the other thing that came, oh my goodness, and I had done this months and months ago, was Brandy at Be Stitch Me does special boxes. And if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I am a Halloween freak. You know, we only got one kid during Halloween, and at my daughter's house, 2, and it was the next door neighbors. And I had all these bags made up. I made up little bags for the little kids because, you know, parents don't always like their little kids having candy. And I had made treats for kids that, for the bigger kids, bags for the bigger kids. And then I also made some bags that had no candy in them just because some parents, you know, don't want their kids to have candy. And so, I had all these bags made up for my house and my daughter's house, and my sons who stayed at my house. Only one child came, only one. And at my daughter's house, again, just the 2. It was so sad. I mean, I understand. However, I did think because of COVID last year and nobody went out, I was a little surprised that there wasn't more action. And I guess there was a lot of, like, the schools put on trunk or treats around our areas, and maybe that's where, you know, and I also understand that a lot of, like, families had parties, like family parties, which is what we did. We did the piñata thing again. We did that last year and we did it again this year. It was so much fun. But this year she got a costume as well. So, but she didn't want to go out. Yeah, but it was just a lot of fun. So anyways, Halloween. Y'all know that I love Halloween. That was a little tangent, sorry. And so Brandy at Be Stitch Me had the Halloween box. And so I chose, did I choose the Epic box? I don't even remember. This is how it came. And it was all beautifully wrapped up. Epic. Yes, I picked the Epic box. And so it was 18 count Aida and in 1 yard pieces. And so it came wrapped up beautifully like this. And I'm sure, again, you have seen the unboxings for this box. And so I won't go through, you know, a whole lot of it. But there was great stuff. You got floss in these. Look at these awesome colors. I mean, total Halloween colors. And then a bag of candies. How I have not gotten into that yet, I don't know. A really cool needle minder from, I'll link all this stuff below. And then some Halloween fabrics, really, really cool. There were 4 of them. There's a neutral gray called Tombstone, again, one of her fabrics of the month, I think. And then orange, a teal, and another gray. So that was cool. It came with a project bag. That's pretty awesome. And oh my goodness. Okay, I love this. There was a little tombstone box, and you open the box, and nestled inside was a pair of scissors. How awesome is that? I love this. So, and then a little needle minder. The spider is a needle minder. And so a needle was in there, plus the scissors. I mean, oh my goodness. How, I mean, stinking cute this box is. And then there were some floss tags and just some other really cool goodies. So well worth. I enjoyed this so much, so much. A key fob for your project bag, zipper pull. That's what it is. Just all kinds of awesome goodies in this box. Well worth it. But like I said, next year, well, I'll talk about kind of my plans for next year at the end of the video. So that Oh my goodness. Okay. And there's more. Yes, there is. Okay, so then I went thrifting. Oh, sorry. That's going to fall down. There we go. Then I went thrifting several times. The stores around us close quite early now. And so they're closed at 7 o'clock at night. So I'm not making it there anymore because my daughter's boyfriend works so late at night and my daughter is still going to school. And so by the time that I'm able to leave their house, those stores have closed. So sometimes I go on Saturdays or a Sunday when I'm doing a drop off. I'll just run in and see what they have because why not? But one day I went. And, you know, I always look in the pictures to see, you know, the frames to see if there's any cross stitching or, you know, all that. And then I go to the crafts and see if there's any patterns. And then I look in the dishes to see if there's any milk glass. And I did pick up some more milk glass pieces. I did not bring them down here to show you, but I got a couple of pink ones, which is really cool. And then I got some unusual shaped ones, and so that was fun. But I was just about to leave the store, and in the one particular thrift store that I go to, you walk in and the frames are right to your right when you walk in, and then, you know, I just do the saunter down to the end of the thing with crafts. But all along the walls up above the clothes, more so in the men's area, they put the bigger frames, all the bigger frames. So I was about to leave the store and something just said, Lacey, you should probably just like look over there and see what they have. And, you know, I kind of glanced up and I was like, I wonder what that is over there. And it was a mirror. I was interested in the mirror. And I got closer and I was like, no, I'm not interested in the mirror. So, but then I spotted this piece. I don't even know if I can get it. Oh, there we go. And it was this way on the thing. And at first I didn't even think it was cross stitch because of the way that it looked high up. And so I'm trying to get it down and I can't get it down. This thing's heavy. And it was, you know, up above my head. And so some elderly gentleman came by and picked it down for me. I felt so bad. I was like, oh goodness. But it is super heavy. And it is completely cross-stitched, this whole entire beautiful piece. And it's beautiful. It is beautifully done. There are no flaws in it. The framing in it is absolutely stunning. It was $15. $15. I was not leaving it. It was coming home. It even has like the little it's being professionally framed. And it has like the little feet on the back so it doesn't hit your wall. Like everything about this is spectacular. Just spectacular. And so when I saw it, it kind of spoke to me because I just absolutely love I love these types of I just love architecture, and so I saw that, and that was coming home. That was the first thing. Then I went to another store, and I think I hit jackpot. I do. I think I hit jackpot. So I got this cool little piece. It says it's an antique vintage needle thread holder. And the vendor was selling it for $14. Obviously, it didn't go anywhere, or somebody bought it and then had a second thought. So then it got to the thrift store and was $8. So the back of this, it's a little rocking chair. How cool is this? And then there's the little spool holders. There's a spool holder on the back, and then a place. Whoop! That was not silly at all. Then there's a little spot up here, and I'm assuming that's for your scissors. I'm assuming. And then it has a little drawer that's underneath. I guess for all of your little extras. The whole entire thing is in such great shape. So there's seven spool holders, the scissors, and then the little drawer, and then this fabric stuffed, I guess, where you put your pins and stuff on. That's what I'm assuming. I just thought that this was just a cute little piece of unusual vintageness that I will put eventually over there to my sewing table, you know, like when I get there, because that still has not happened. Can you believe it? No, it has not happened. On the same shopping trip, actually, this is what I found first. And then I found that, and there was two of them, and I don't know, I know why I didn't buy the other one. It was missing its drawer. Then there were some patterns. So I'm looking at these patterns and I'm like, what in the world? They say with thy needle and thread on them, but they don't look right. That's because they are punch needle patterns. So there's this first one called the Homestead. Such a pretty pattern. And each of them came with the pattern and the fabric pre-printed, except for this one. This one does not have the pre-printed fabric in it, but it came with, it was all kitted up. Floss and the punch, the Ultra Punch pen to go with it, along with some extra, is it pins, needles, what do they call it? Some extra of the punchy things that goes in the pen. But it didn't come with, it comes with a pattern, so I can, you know, obviously use a pattern, but it didn't come with the pre-printed fabric. Totally okay, because I got an awesome Ultra Punch pen and everything. Then another one with thy needle and thread, and then these ones all came with they were not kitted up. They were just with the punch, with the pre-printed design and the fabric in here. And this one is called Stars and Stripes Forever. Jolly Old Saint Nick. And Saint Noel. Okay, and I didn't know that there was punch needle with thy needle and thread. I did not know that Brenda Gervais did punch needle. I did not know that. So when I saw all these, I was like, yes, please, I will take every single one of them. Even though I have not punch needled yet. Then there was a hand to heart one called Santa Claus. How stinkity cute is that? And again, this one came with the printed pattern. It came with the printed pattern and the chart. Yes. In that, so totally cool. And each one of those was $4. And then there was a country cottage needleworks pattern called the Tea Room. I tell you guys, I totally scored. So I picked up that one as well. And then I think this is what made it completely all the best. I bought this pattern called From Words of Praise. Yes, Words of Praise. And it's called the Rejoice Sampler. And it is just a very old paper chart. That's the picture. And this, does it even say what year? I don't even think it says what year. But it was completely kitted up. It was kitted up. Words of Praise. What it, the thing said, and then it came with the DMC and a 28 count tumbleweed linen. So that was all in this bag for $10. And I'm pretty sure, I can't be quoted, but I'm pretty sure that this is a hard to find pattern, maybe. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. But it is super, super cute. And it has a verse in it, oh my goodness, which is taken from the Book of Psalms in the King James Version, chapter 118, verse 24, and it is, this is the day which the Lord hath made, we will rejoice and be glad in it. Yeah, 1983, copyright 1983. So I think I may have scored. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. I love this pattern anyways, and I cannot wait to work on it because, honest to Pete, look at these colors. Again, totally my colors. These are the colors that it's called for. They're all DMC. And, yeah, all the better, you guys, all the better. What I'm wondering is if this piece of linen is from 1983. I don't know. You know all that I don't work on linen. Then I did some finger shopping. Because you know, when you're laying in bed watching football and Cruella and all these other shows and Flosstube and things, you do some spontaneous shopping. Or is that just me? I don't think it's just me. So, I don't know who I was watching. But they were doing, I know who I was watching. Goodness sakes, Janet Jabber, you guys. She's awesome. She was doing this chart here. What is she called? Silver Moon Tea by Nora Corbett. And it's a Mirabilia. And she is doing this one, and it's absolutely beautiful. And so I was like, well, I have enjoyed watching the progress on Janet's so much that I need to go buy that pattern. So I did. I found a seller that had it, actually not a horrible price, and I think actually I got it on eBay. And it also came with the beads. So it was a set, the chart and the beads. It's never been opened, brand new, perfecto. And then the same seller, I bought this pattern here called Garden Beauty. And I love her too. Yeah, this is a Mirabilia. This is an earlier Mirabilia. She's number 86. So I bought those two from one seller. And then, you know how they do like the recommended? Ooh, you're buying things. Here, let's recommend these things to you. And this one came up, Bedtime Friends. And I thought that this would be a really cute birth sampler. And so I should probably get started now. Because let's be honest, by the time my daughter ever tells me that she's pregnant and then I have like 7-8 months to, you know, work on something, it's not going to get done. So maybe I should start now. Watch, she's not going to have any more kids. Just watch. But I'll have something prepared. And if not, I'll just pretend that it was Ella's. I mean, you know, whatever. So those are my new mirrors that I purchased. And then I think I did, is this a stash unload? Nope, this also was an eBay. Apparently eBay was sending me all kinds of signals to buy things. So same seller, I bought all three of these from the same seller. I got this by the Bay Needle Art white pumpkin patch. I just love that. Those pumpkins down there are all white. I just love it. And it says Happy Halloween. So I thought, Oh, I like that. The price was right. And then she had 2 Blackbird design patterns. And so I got the Summer Beaming Forth, which is a loose feathers for the birds, number 8. And I think that that was the last one I needed for the bird series. And then I also managed to get a copy of Long May She Wave. And I've been looking for this one for a while too, and everywhere I've gone has been sold out. Not saying that it is sold out, but everywhere I had gone, it was sold out. So I got those from the same seller. And then this came from Homespun Sampler. And I got this, it's an original design from Homespun Sampler. And it is called Nellie Low Boardway. And it is this absolutely gorgeous sampler. Let's see. That might be a little better. Absolutely beautiful. And then also I bought this sampler, Patience. Now I think I went onto her website. Had to have been a website in order to see all of the patterns. She's got quite a few. Homespun Sampler, I believe. Can you go on? If I can find what I did or where I bought it, I will link it. And then she also sent a, oh, here it is. It's on Etsy. So it's an Etsy shop on Etsy, and it's all one word, Homespun Sampler. Samplar. So HOMESPUN Homespun Samplar on Etsy. And so then she also included this complimentary free chart by Heart in Hand, and it's called Harvest Alphabet. And it's got a great big pumpkin along here with an alphabet. So that was pretty awesome. So I got all that. Then did I do almost everything? I think I've almost done everything except for my Amazon purchases, and not a whole lot of Amazon purchases. I noticed that a couple of people have been talking about this Clover Sweet and Sharp Macron. And so I was able to get one. This is, oops, sorry. This is really and truly how it came. It was squished inside the package. I was like, oh, please, I hope it's not broken. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. So I guess the deal is it's like a needle minder and a needle sharpener. So you put your needle on top, and then inside here is some, it doesn't feel like sandpaper, but I guess it's got some Sharpie thing in it that will sharpen the end of your needle when you put it in there. So I bought one of those. Mine is called Raspberry. I think the other one is Blueberry or Blue Parfait, something like that. So I bought that. So I saw that a couple of people had that in some kit that they had done. I don't know. And then I am a floss licker. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a floss licker, but it is getting harder for me to see the eye of the needle, and so I'm just gonna have to give up. And so I bought some threaders, and so I got a whole package of threaders, and of course I chose the one that you can barely see, but these are really nice. And again, if I can find the link to these particular ones, I'll put that down below. But I think that there's like 30 in here potentially, something like that, maybe 50. I don't know, there's a lot in this little container. And they all, can you see that? Nope, can't see that. Oh, there we go. Do you see that the little threader? This thing is actually quite sturdy. Some of those little clover ones that I bought in the store barely lasted by the time that I've left the store. They're horrible. They're so thin and everything. These ones rock. I've been pretty happy. I'm gonna be sending some of these out in some care packages. And they were not a lot of money. So I kind of waffled. There were two different kinds styles of needle threaders that I was going to buy, and I chose those ones because they're cute. And yeah. Okay, and then I have something I love, you guys. I love. And I waited so long to buy this, and I don't know why. But I finally got a Halo Go. And I can't show you my Halo Go because it's in the car. But it is a rechargeable light and magnifier. And my granddaughter has an extracurricular activity on Thursdays. And so I take her, and, you know, because of COVID, they don't want people waiting. And so I go back out to my car, and it's getting dark, and the light in the car is not enough for me to see my stitching. And that's actually why I bought this, was for that. And I will tell you, this thing is fantastic. Fantastic. $99 on Amazon. I will link it below. But this brand, Halo Go by Daylight, is that who it is? Daylight? Yep, Daylight Company. Fantastical. So if you're looking for a Christmas gift from your significant other or to yourself, I highly recommend this. This is fantastic, and it folds all up very nice and flat. Not even a picture of that. And again, I apologize, I can't show it to you because it's in my car. But it's fantastic. It folds up nice and compact, and then I would probably recommend buying a case or making a case for it, so that, you know, it doesn't get bashed and smashed. But mine doesn't currently have a case. I need to get one. And oh, I am in love with this Halo Go. Rechargeable, so that it's, you know, and I sit in the car for well over an hour and stitch, and I have it on the highest setting, and I've done it for 3 weeks now. And I've not had to charge it once. So I don't know how long the battery is supposed to last, but yep. So is that all? I think, you guys, we did it. I think I did it all. Yay. So that is like the haul and the happy mail and all of those things. So I just really want to talk about kind of plans for the upcoming year. I'm kind of looking at what I have. Not that I'm going to go on a no buy next year, because that will never happen. But I am going to go on a lesser buying ish stuff next year, and really concentrate on the things that I have. And so, like I mentioned earlier, that means that I will be giving up, I think, every single of the months that I have right now. I think I'm going to give them all up, because I can still, if I choose to buy project bags, I have two makers that I absolutely love, Garon Toten bags and Dot Dot Goose Design bags, and I will just randomly buy. I have so many bags right now that I also have a lot of charts and stash, but and not a bag for each one, but darn, I'm getting there. And so I think that, you know, it's probably time to cull back a little, and I would like to put some of my money towards things that, not that stitching is not meaningful, but a little bit more meaningful in the next year. And like I mentioned, charities will be the thing, and I will probably choose 4 charities for next year, and I'm going to just do a donation for the end of this year, actually after Christmas, because everybody does at Christmas and Thanksgiving, and I'm going to do it after, so that in the new year, you know, because that's when charities really see a drop off. And I do know that because I did work in charities for quite some time when I was younger, and I have a good friend who works for a nonprofit charity, and she's always telling me that you know, the holidays, people do very much step up, and also that's when people really, you know, radio stations make a big push for the food banks and charities within the area, and so it's very, you know, known. And but then after that, it's not that people choose not to, it's just that, you know, it's not there anymore and being in the spotlight, I guess. And so I just thought, well, you know what, I will put my money towards those things because I have enough stuff. I do. I have enough stuff, and I also have very generous floss tubers and friends who send me things. And again, this community is just fantastic. So if you would like to help with that and do the buy me a coffee, I will, that donation, that money will go towards a charity. And I think at the beginning of every quarter, I'll say which charity so that you know. And then at the end of that quarter, I will say how much is going towards that charity. So I'm going to do that. StitchCon, I did not get in again. I'm on the waiting list, I guess. I didn't contact Stephanie to find out what number I am on the list, but I had signed up for session A, and I hear that I've watched their Flosstube and session A is being paid for and closed, and there's no spots left. And so unless somebody decides to back out, and again, I don't know where I am on the list, but which I was so disappointed. You know, everybody is like, yay, today's the day, and you know, invoices have gone out, and I'm refreshing, and I'm like looking in my mail, and I even went to my spam mail because I'm like, well, maybe it went there, you know, like I was so on top of it on sign up day, and I guess I just was not fast enough, and that's totally fine. But it's the second year. I got off the waiting list last year, and I had to give it up because of home, you know, the remote learning, and I was the only person who, you know, was here for that, and my daughter couldn't take time off. And so I had to give that spot up, and then I didn't get it again. And I could only go to session A. So that's okay. That's okay. So if you guys know, I really would love to go to a retreat. Every retreat that I have signed up for got canceled because of COVID. And some of those retreats haven't happened again. And so, and then all the retreats that I've done through Acorns and Threads have been remote retreats, and I would love to go to an in-person retreat. So if you know of one, I think Mr. G and I will probably start going on the road. That's a whole other life story that I'll do another time, but I think that I will be going out on the road with him. And if that's the case, what I'm hoping is that he will go, or I will go to the places that I know he is. I will go on the trips that retreats, words are hard, retreats are at, so then he can drop me off if I have to, you know, rent a car or whatever, to do that, and then meet him up wherever he is along the thing to come on our way back. And so I'm hoping that will work out a little bit. That's what I was planning for the StitchCon retreat, but again, not meant to be. It's totally okay. But I was really looking forward to meeting some of you guys. But again, totally okay. There's so many retreats, and one of the places that I desperately is on my bucket list is to go to Arizona and go to words are hard. The cross stitch store in Arizona. You know the one. It's totally on my list, and I know he's gone into Arizona a number of times, and he will again. And so when he's doing that load, I definitely want to, when he's doing that trip, I definitely want to get on the truck with him then and go to that. So yeah, but lots of changes, lots of things. And again, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you you know, if you have a friend who is that strong person in your life and you haven't heard from them for a while, maybe reach out. And if you are somebody who suffers from anxiety, depression, any sort of mental health, and needs somebody to talk to, reach out. Reach out to people. You can even reach out to me. I will be very honest though, I don't look at my emails very often, and I'm not on Instagram as often. But reach out, because, you know, I will answer, and I will, you know, do what I can. But reach out to other people as well, because there's help. You can get help, and you're not alone. You are not alone. So with all that to say, my next video, I hope you enjoyed this if you are into haul and stash and all the things. But I will be back with a stitching, because I did actually do some stitching over the last 2 months, and I've got Nora November, I have Mirabilia Mondays, I have a couple of other pieces, yeah, that I've been working on, that I've made some progress in, so yay. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a really wonderful week, and I will be back next Sunday for a regular type video. I will start on Monday a new Nora November video with a new pattern and do a vlog style. So Saturday morning that will get loaded up, and you'll be able to see that. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and upcoming week. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.